So my last video about this laptop kinda blew up, and there are a lot of comments and suggestions. So today we are going to be trying both Linux and Windows 10 LTSC. So on here I got 3 Linux distributions. We're not going to be going through every one of them, I just needed to have some backups in case one fails. So first we are going to try Linux Mint, and if that fails then we'll go with MX, and finally if that fails we'll try Void. I chose those because they have been suggested to me in the comments section, and I also chose MX Linux because it apparently supports those older NVIDIA GPUs, which is what we want to test today. So let's begin with Linux Mint. Oh, but before we do that, let's actually switch the main display device to the NVIDIA GPU. So here we are going to go into the display section and change it from NVIDIA Optimus to discrete graphics. Alright, so let's try to boot Mint and start Linux Mint. Alright, I don't think it's going to boot. So what about compatibility mode? Alright, that seems to be working. Alright, so we are on the desktop, and wow, mouse acceleration is so bad. Alright, so we are connected to the internet. Now let's try to install Linux Mint. Oh wow, the install window is too big. Can I like change the resolution maybe? Can we like, oh no, that's the maximum resolution. Well, how am I supposed to use this? Let's see. I'm going to press enter. Sure, English, US, whatever. Oh yeah, let me actually plug in the laptop. Okay, that is much better. So now install multimedia codecs, enter. And we're going to just erase the disk. I already made a backup image of the Windows that I had on here. No, we'll just do normal installation, enter. That's our SSD. Enter. Oh no, I guess tap? Like I pressed it 2 times? No, I just backed out. Oh! Alright, I did something. Write changes to the disks. Okay, yes, please. Where are you? Yeah, that's Warsaw. That's good. Your name? We'll just call it ThinkPad. Oh, and I think it's installing now. The problem is that I don't know what's the progress on the installation. I wonder if it's even going to boot, because it didn't ask me about the GPU drivers. Okay, Linux Mint has finished installing. Let's restart. Okay, and now we are stuck at a blank screen. The grub didn't even appear, so let me actually restart and hold shift the next time. Alright, I'm going to hold shift now. Hello? Alright, so I've got a bit of an idea of what we can actually do. We're going to press E, and now we are in this crazy old menu. So now I just have to find the boot parameters. It's going to be probably here, yeah? So here I'm also going to add no mode set. And then we're going to press F10. Yeah, right, that didn't fix anything. So let's actually try this recovery mode. Oh yeah. Wait, did it just freeze? So let's see, does MX have the same issue? Let's just do system D. Yeah, I don't think we're booting, I cannot even change the brightness. So let's try Void then. Alright, so now we know that Linux does not like booting through the discrete graphics, so let's do NVIDIA Optimus instead. Yep, now we are booting into Linux Mint. That's crazy. Alright, welcome to your new operating system. Yeah, whatever. Oh my god, mouse acceleration. You cannot disable mouse acceleration? Oh my god. Whatever. Let's go into driver manager. No drivers needed. Oh no. Oh no, that means that we cannot use the NVIDIA one. Okay, so here we are on the desktop now. I suppose we need something like tools. NVIDIA driver installer. Okay. Refreshing sources with apt-get update, continue. Yes, let's continue. Okay, so yeah, it found the driver. Okay, this is the correct driver. Answer the next question. No, if you are using your Optimus NVIDIA card in discrete mode. Is this an NVIDIA Intel Optimus system? Yes, we unfortunately didn't have any choice. Conflicting nouveau kernel module loaded. Reboot the machine once the installation has finished. Okay, that's okay. Okay, so it looks like we have finished. To restore open source drivers. No, we won't be doing that. The nouveau driver is ass. Okay, press enter to exit. Okay, before we start, can I like disable mouse acceleration? XFC panel theme, compositor, display. Yeah, I don't see such option here. Maybe I'm just blind. Let's just reboot. So now, oh my god. Oh, there's the start menu. I was so confused. So, what I would actually like to begin with is, let's actually try Minecraft first. Okay, we have a nice little command here, so let's just copy and paste. Yes. Alright, we have Prism Launcher. Oh yeah, let's also copy this. We will install this later. NVIDIA OpenJT. What? There's such package? I wonder what's the difference between like the normal one. Okay, so I should be able to open it just by typing Prism Launcher. Yep. Alright, so now let me add my Microsoft account. Alright, so let me actually use OptiRun to run the Prism Launcher. I hope it works. Unable to locate. Oh my god. Oh, okay, okay, it got fixed. Okay, I think I managed to fix it, so now I should be able to just OptiRun Prism Launcher. Yes, alright. So first let's actually begin with the arguably the best version of Minecraft, okay? It's going to be 1.8.9. And let's enable Forge. Okay, so while it's downloading, I'm going to open up Firefox. We're going to grab Optifine. Now we're going to go into Edit, Mods, and we'll drag and drop this. Now, let's just launch. Wait, no, abort. I forgot to set the correct Java version. Alright, let's do the JRE. And memory. This Minecraft version is not too like demanding. Let's just give it like a gig of RAM. Or you know what, let's do 2. We have 8 gigs in total, and this is XFCE, so it's pretty light. Alright, so for the graphics, we're going to go fast. We're going to turn off smooth lighting, boost up the brightness, VSync, let's just make it unlimited, 8 chunks. Going to go fast render, fast math, I think that should be enough. Okay, I'm going to do F11, and yep, we are running through the NVIDIA GPU. Okay, this is very exciting. It still kinda wants to run only at 60. Okay, this is running much better than what we had in the last video with the Intel HD graphics on Windows 7. So I think Minecraft is going to be like the only game that will be running better on Linux. But yeah, I kind of feel a bit of input latency, but I don't know if this is like the issue with mouse acceleration. Yeah, let's just actually install Steam instead. And I hope it's as simple as sudo apt install Steam. Yep, it's that simple. 32-bit driver required, sure, to sudo apt install. Paste this in here and change it therefore to 90. Okay, yep, we have it. Let's install it. Okay, now let's open Steam. And now I am going to look for games that will potentially run on here. Now we have a bit of a problem. The NVIDIA driver does not support Vulkan, so we have to use the OpenGL backend. So guys, we run into a problem. Steam does not like OptiRun. Whenever I try to run a game on Steam through OptiRun, it just closes immediately. So we are going to be gaming on Windows. Now I'm copying over the games, but I also did try playing games through the Intel integrated graphics on here through the OpenGL backend. So if you want to see how that ran, then here are some notable clips. There it is, the crowbar. Okay, for some reason, when I press left mouse button, nothing happens. I think my settings are a bit broken. I have to press right mouse button to actually do the left click action. Okay, so here we are in game. You can probably barely see the FPS though. Oh wait. Okay, the Steam counter actually started working. That's good. So you have it looks like 41 FPS, but it's actually more of 20, that's how it feels like. Yeah, let's just... Oh, okay. Yeah, it's lagging a bit too much. Yup, GTA San Andreas is kinda the same case as Half-Life. It's like got 40 FPS, but it definitely does not feel like 40 FPS. Yeah, alright, so like the entire operating system just got very laggy while the game is making the map. Can you stop talking? I honestly think that Proton is putting too much stress on the poor CPU and it kinda gets a bit too warm. Because like I don't really have any throttling issues under Windows. Also, before I forget, Windows 10 or at least the latest versions also don't seem to support booting through the dedicated GPU. When I try to do that, I just run into an infinite loading screen. Okay, so I have installed Windows 10. Now, Lenovo does not provide the correct Intel HD driver for this laptop, so when I installed it and restarted, nothing happened. So I went to the device manager and installed it there. And the screen went black, okay, I just force rebooted it, and I got a blue screen. So I had to actually just grab a driver from the Microsoft Update catalog, and that actually works. We are also running the latest NVIDIA driver that is available for this GPU. Now I am too poor to afford a price key, so we will have to just use Windows unactivated. Oh. What the hell? Hey, so this kind stranger just called me and gave me a license key, so now my Windows is activated. So let's actually just disable this spotlight. Let's disable spotlight. Let's set a light mode because it will look much better on this TN display. So now we can actually try playing some games. Oh yeah, before Steam we're actually going to compare Minecraft performance. And I also have to disable mouse acceleration. Thank God I'm using an operating system that actually allows me to disable it. This website doesn't look right, but I guess it will work. This is funny. We're going to set 2 GB of RAM. Now let's download 1.8.9 Forge. And while I'm waiting, I'm going to download Optifine. Now we are going to copy this path. We are going to open the NVIDIA settings now. We are going to go into Manage 3D Settings. And actually this is the wrong place. This is Windows 10. We are going to go into Graphics Settings. Why is High Performance the Intel HD graphics? Perhaps this version of the NVIDIA driver is actually too old to support that menu. So let's select it right here. And we are going to select High Performance NVIDIA Processor. Apply. Chat, alright, it's working. It's actually working. It didn't want to work on Windows 7, that's the crazy thing. A viewer of mine has mentioned that multi-MC forks have an option in settings to use the dedicated GPU. Now, this is true, but only under Linux. Under Windows, there is no such thing. Alright, now let's set our settings to the way we actually had them on Linux. And let's create a new world. We don't have the 60 FPS cap, we actually have more FPS than we had under Linux. And the FPS cap is actually weird, though this value seems to be like more unstable. I think this is like the 1% low. Alright, you can't tell me that this isn't similar. God damn. If you guys want to see, then here it is. And there is also not that weird input latency that I had under MX Linux. It's very responsive. Yeah, this is very playable. I would definitely be playing Minecraft on this if I kinda didn't have anything else to play it on. Sometimes we like when running we get like a little laggy lag, but it's nothing deep. It's not the thing that I had in Half-Life 2. I'm so amused. Let's actually go to the next game before I make this an hour-long video. So now let's try something pretty lightweight. This is a pretty old game. It's OneShot. Now it looks like it didn't want to launch with the NVIDIA, the Steam overlay. That's okay. And it looks like, yes, it's using our GPU. Alright, so I can immediately tell you that this is stable 60 FPS. We should actually just go outside then. Alright, so we are outside and yeah, we still have like the stable 60 FPS. Now if you guys haven't actually played this game, I highly recommend you do. This game is only like 3 hours, but it's quite deep. It can make you cry. In any case, let's actually see how many FPS we are going to get in Half-Life. Here on Windows with NVIDIA graphics, but we have half of the FPS than we actually had under Linux. That's crazy. And the game was running through the NVIDIA graphics card, but you know, maybe Half-Life 2 will run better. So the game has actually turned on high texture quality, and let's just actually lower the shader detail and this model detail, let's also do it high. Vertical sync, no thank you. We are going to disable anything else that is not necessary for us. Let's save the settings. So we have over 100 FPS here with high texture quality. That 1 GB of VRAM is really helping right here. Now on Linux, with the Intel HD graphics, we barely had, I mean we had 40, but it definitely did not feel like 40, it was so laggy. And here we don't have any lags, it's running so flawlessly, you know, you can just, okay, we went outside and we have about 60, which is still great, it's not laggy. On Linux, when I was right here, it just kind of started doing this, something like this. I hope you understand what I mean. The game was just kind of freezing for split seconds. Now, I don't really feel like testing Terraria, so we are going to just check the Return to Castle Wolfenstein modification, which makes the game look more high quality. Alright, so here we are on ultra settings. We have like 70 FPS. Wow. I'm actually genuinely surprised. Okay, we went outside and got like a little split lag. Yeah, right, when I'm actually doing stuff, we get split lags. And it's kind of becoming less playable, to be honest. But it's still quite impressive. Okay, so something that is genuinely surprising is that this old GPU is able to play this modification of Wolfenstein quite nicely. It's a bit laggy, but you know, if I were a kid and I got this laptop, I would be very happy. Alright, that's interesting. So here in GTA Vice City, we also have less FPS. So, you know, when I already started editing a video, I expected Windows to be better at everything, but it turns out that Linux with the integrated graphics sometimes actually scores better. I'm actually not sure about why is that the case, but you know, this is still very playable. We sometimes get like 94 FPS. Still, I am shocked. Why is this the case? Is it something to do with like OpenGL implementation on Linux? Alright, so on Linux, the game launched, we had the native resolution, and we had 40 FPS, which felt like 20 FPS. On Windows, we crashed after loading. This is not going to be shown in the video, but on Linux, this game actually just crashed on boot. So, will it work on here with the NVIDIA GPU? Let's find out. Are your Vulkan video drivers not supported? Okay, so we are going to just paste this in here. And now let's launch. I don't think there are like any video settings here though. So let's just go start. So we get about 30 FPS in the toilet scene. Now let's actually kick the door and let's see if how many. Yeah, okay, that's a big drop. But what if we get into the room? Will it improve? Also, the game looks kinda strange. Yeah, alright. Alright, you know what, I'm going to try Terraria. On Linux, we actually were generating the map and the whole operating system became so slow, so it's running on the GPU, that's good. Can I skip this? Please? Please? I don't care. Alright, we are in game. That's surprising. Now, I actually never like seriously played Terraria. I don't know how to play this game. But I can try. Also, the Steam overlay doesn't work. Kinda sad. Yeah, I never really got into Terraria, I don't know how to play this game. We don't have the counter, but it feels something like a unstable 30 FPS. Now I think that when it's like gets dark or something, the FPS will drop. Let's actually go into a cave. I'm definitely going to survive this walk, alright? Yeah. So yeah, to be honest, that's actually everything I had planned for this video. So what we actually learned today is that the NVIDIA driver on Linux is... You can get it working, but like Steam games don't really want to run. I did not actually try to sell the 7 Cs and then try to run the games without any like Steam, any other DRM thing. Maybe it would have worked that way, but honestly, I did not really feel like sailing the 7 Cs today. So my conclusion is, if you have the NVIDIA GPU, then it is much better to install Windows on it if you are going to play some like old games. But if you have the Intel GPU, then just go for Linux. You have nothing on Windows. Unless you have some specialty software that doesn't run on Linux, you really don't have any reason to use Windows, okay? I think that would be everything from me, but my latest video. Thank you for the support on my latest video. Thank you for the suggestions, for the comments, for the support. I hope that people who have subscribed because of that video will not be disappointed with my channel. And with that, I would like to wish you a nice day, night, evening, morning, whatever. And I hope to see you in the next video.